Hey everyone, I've noticed many of you are really enjoying my content, but still haven't hit that subscribe button. Subscribing won't cost you a single penny. It's completely free. If you like what you see and want to support me, just tap that subscribe button. It truly means the world to me and helps me keep creating content you love. Thank you so much for being here. At a railway station in a bustling city, there once lived a beggar. He made his living by asking for alms from passengers on the trains that stopped at the station. One day, while he was begging, he spotted a tall, well-dressed man. The beggar thought, "This man looks wealthy. If I ask him for alms, he'll surely give me a decent amount." He approached the man and started begging. The tall man looked at him and said, "You always ask from others. But have you ever given anything to anyone?" The beggar replied, "Sir, I'm just a beggar. I always ask because I've got nothing to give. How can I give anything to anyone?" The tall man responded, "If you can't give, then you have no right to ask. I'm a businessman. I believe in give and take. If you have something to offer me, only then will I give you something in return." Saying this, the man boarded the train and left. The beggar sat there, deeply reflecting on the man's words. Those words struck a chord in his heart. He thought, "Maybe I don't receive much, because I never offer anything back. But I'm just a beggar. What could I possibly give?" After a lot of thinking, he decided that from now on, whoever gave him alms, he would give them something in return. But one question kept bothering him. What could I, a beggar, give in return? For 2 days, he found no answer. But on the third day, as he sat near the station, he noticed some flowers blooming on the nearby plants. That's when an idea struck him. Why not give flowers to people in exchange for their alms? He loved the idea and picked a few flowers. That day, while begging on the train, he gave a flower to each person who gave him money. People loved this simple gesture and kept the flowers with them, smiling. From that day forward, the beggar began plucking flowers every morning and giving them to those who offered him alms. He noticed that more people started giving him money, but on days he ran out of flowers, fewer people handed him anything. One day, while begging on a train, he saw the same tall man who had once spoken to him. The beggar quickly approached and said, "Today, I have something to give you. Please give me alms, and in return, I'll give you these flowers." The man smiled, gave him money, and accepted the flowers. He said, "Wonderful. You've become a businessman like me." He took the flowers and left. Once again, his words echoed in the beggar's mind. The beggar realized then the key to changing his life was already in his hands. He stepped off the train, looked up at the sky, and shouted, "I am no longer a beggar. I am a businessman. I can become rich." People nearby thought he had gone mad, but the beggar was determined. 6 months later, at the same station, 2 well-dressed men were traveling. One of them recognized the other and reached out for a handshake. "Do you remember me?" the first man asked. "No, I don't think we've met before," the second replied. The first man smiled and said, "We've met not once, but twice. Don't you remember the beggar you once spoke to?" Surprised, the second man said, "Oh yes, you're the beggar I once refused to give money to. And the second time, I bought flowers from you. But now you're dressed so well. What are you doing these days?" The first man replied, "Yes, I was that beggar. But now I'm a successful flower merchant. I'm on my way to another city for business. You taught me something important, that we only receive when we give. That rule changed my life. I realized I was never truly a beggar. I just never saw myself as anything more. People weren't giving me alms. They were buying the flowers I offered. I used that money to buy more flowers and grew a business. Today, I run a large flower business, all thanks to the rule you once taught me." Both men smiled and went on their way. This story teaches us a powerful lesson about the importance of how we see ourselves and the universal truth of giving and receiving. Too often, we limit ourselves by thinking we're not capable or deserving of success, just like the beggar once did. But true transformation begins in the mind. When we shift our focus from just taking to also giving, whether it's kindness, effort, or value, we unlock opportunities and growth. The principle of give and take isn't just for business. It's a way of life that leads to mutual success and prosperity. More than anything, success is tied to our self-perception. If we see ourselves as small or incapable, so will others. But when we believe in our potential and take action, the world takes notice. This beggar's journey to becoming a successful businessman reminds us, no dream is too big, and no situation is too hopeless. All it takes is a change in thinking, bold action, and the belief that we can rise above our circumstances. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, comment, and share it with someone who might need a little inspiration today. And hey, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for more heartwarming and motivational stories. Until next time, keep believing, keep giving, and keep growing. This is The Story Seeker, signing off.